So you hear the queens piping. What's up, guys? Ashby at Ashby Farms, and tonight we are got a bunch of virgins. These virgins are going after their own queen candy. They popped about 24 within the last 24 hours. One thing we've discovered with virgins is they get kind of lame if they don't have support. So what we're going to be doing here is we've loaded up some candy in the cage. My candy was kind of soft, so this front end of the candy is soft, and then we got some hardened candy on this side. Our issue last year was that the virgins, they were coming in and drowning themselves or asphyxiating themselves in the candy. So I made this colony up this morning. I had about 6 stops along the way today, and the majority, 90% of the foragers have left. And so come along and I pop out these little JZBZ queen candy cages, and I just hold see the virgins are trying to get out, but I'll just hold my finger over like this. And then in this cell builder here, let me get a little puff of smoke. It's 7:30 at night. I was just running late, and there's sometimes the time just gets away from you. And so this has to be done, or else by morning, without attendants, these queens are not going to do well. So I just grab a bee by the wings, and I'm just going to force its head in. And normally they'll go on in like that. I'm looking for bees with this is our food frame right here. And I'm looking for the bees that have their head down in a cell. So basically they're going to have food in their belly. They're going to become good attendants. And I'm looking to just grab maybe 5 in each one. And sometimes I have to move back and forth on the frames. There we go. And I find if they're occupied, they're not so much in the mood to sting me, although I did just get stung in the finger. So we end up with a little bowl here. It's my dog in the background.
I think he's just discovered that we're here.
Oh. So I got to give credit to my buddy Phil Haynes of Ape and Bees out of Laurinburg, North Carolina. And this is how we bank our queens for a little bit. So this whole rack right here, it twists outwards like this, and then we twist it back. And now the nurse bees will feed the attendants through the cages, and then I just drill 1/2-inch holes here into the bar. So we got 2 rows, and if you listen real close, you can hear them piping. But now you see on the inside how active these queens are. They're not lame anymore. And what we're trying to do is we have a cold spell coming up here in 2 nights. So I don't want these going in yet, and I don't have splits made up yet. So all we're doing is just buying some time for a little bit. So let's see here. Just a matter of me getting on the ball and hurrying up and getting all these attendants in. Of course, every minute that goes by, how much closer to dark. There are a few foragers, and they will get grumpy at some point. We just pick them one by one. So we're just looking for the ones with their heads down in a cell. Let's see here. There we go. Like that.
It's hard for me to get.
3. And then 4. Let's see here. Come on. 5. Just button them up. And the queens, the virgins, they want to, of course, they're going after the queen candy. But once you put the attendants in there, the attendants will eat on the queen candy. And the queens kind of go and doing their queening thing. Just stick your head down. I just keep a finger over. 3. 4. 'Grumpy gills. Time for a little more smoke.
He's got me out here in a bee suit, y'all. I don't want a bee
Right
suit.
here in her pajamas.
And my strawberry shortcake pajama pants. And I know you're all out there, you're like, let me see, but
Come on, let it happen. Here, just give me the camera.
there's my strawberry
Here,
shortcake
here,
pajama
here.
pants. No, you are absolutely not going to put me on video. This is the best they're going to get. My strawberry shortcake pajama pants. And a bee jacket. On my day off.
She was nice enough to come
Not happy
film a
about
little
this.
content for me. And
Yeah, I'm not
So,
happy.
I put this box up here. I've learned a lot about ergonomics in the last year. And it's just, maybe you call it laziness or whatever, but it's really nice to just be able to work right here at my chest level. And I just kind of bounce back and forth to either side of this food frame right here. And the bees kind of migrate up. Like I said, I did get popped once just before we started this video, but here it's been all day. Hadn't been popped yet. So we'll get through them. Well guys, that's kind of a wrap on this video. And that's kind of short and sweet, but once you get these virgins out, once they emerge, I say once they pop, but I've stand corrected on my lovely
Now he
other
likes to
half.
say once they hatch,
Once they hatch, once they pop,
emerge.
once they emerge, then you got to do something with them, keep them alive. So like I said, it's almost like they give up, they lose hope. So adding in some attendants and then putting them into, we would call this a bank. So really this is 2 broods, 1 food, lots of nurse bees. And this will buy us a few days over this cold spell we got coming up. Until later in the week, I can make some splits, drop in the virgins right away, and be good to go. So I'm Ashby Farms. My lovely wife on the backside.
I'm Corey Farms.
And y'all have a good day. We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so it's about a half hour later since we've finished up outside. It's nice and dark, and we're in here in the barn, and a few foragers that are here are out, but it's really quiet, and I wanted to see if I can capture. Let's listen in. So you hear the queens piping. So this is what the bars look like, and then I just rotate them like this, and they'll fall into place there. We ended up with a few extras here. I'm not gonna bother. I've had enough stings for the night. So I'm gonna just drop these very gently into place. And then for tonight, we'll just lay these on top. Like such. And then just grab my lid. You can see they get right on them. Now they'll feed them and water them and be good to go for a couple days. I'll just take this back outside. So once it got dark and I brought them in here, man, they were not exactly pleasant anymore. I think I got 7 stings to the hand in my fingers, so it's not gonna feel very good tomorrow. But at least I can just immediately pop them out. But still, like I don't know how some people deal with a lot of stings. I can't. But appreciate you guys watching. Thanks, and we'll see you on the next video.